the final plea calendar. So let me go ahead and see if that case is with us this morning. It's position 1, Sequan Cruz.
Good morning, Your Honor. Nicole Mormon for Mr. Cruz.
Okay. Good morning, Miss. And are we ready for that plea this morning?
No, Your Honor. We filed a request for a continuance yesterday. We were just retained on this case yesterday. So we just wanted an opportunity to obtain discovery, get through it, and then try to work out a plea.
Why was this placed on a final plea calendar if Ms. Wright, is this your case?
Yes, Your Honor. And the good morning, Your Honor. The previous counsel, Scott Drake's office, asked for the case to be placed on a final plea calendar or a status calendar. They had to speak with Mr. Cruz regarding the state's offer, but they then withdrew from the case on March 3rd or did a proposed order, and that was signed March 16th. So they were withdrawn from the case as of March 16th.
Okay. And what do you know whether or not they'd received all the discovery in the case?
They had received the video or the link to the videos, as well as the state's offer and all of the initial discovery.
And Ms. Mormon, that was not passed on to you?
No, Your Honor, it has not been passed on.
Okay. And have you had the opportunity to speak with Mr. Cruz at all regarding the offer or anything of that matter?
No, Your Honor, I'm not familiar with the offer. I have reached out to Mr. Drake's office to obtain discovery from him, but I haven't heard back from him yet.
Okay. Let's see. I'd like to move it forward. I understand that you are just recently of counsel. Can we put it back on a status? Would you prefer we can go on a final plea calendar for May 3rd at 9 o'clock, or we can go on a status calendar at 1:30?
Can we do a status calendar, please?
Okay, so the way I normally operate is, and I understand that you're just in the on the case, I'll put it on a status calendar to give you the opportunity to obtain whatever it is that you need to obtain in the matter. Hopefully by the status conference time, you will have decided what Mr. Cruz would like to do. If he wants to take a plea, we'll take a plea on that date. If he does not want to take a plea, then we will put it back on. Then we will put it on a jury trial calendar or a bench trial calendar. All of these cases are staying with the Orca division, so the jury trials and the bench trials will be in this division. Okay.
Okay. Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So we will reset for status 1:30 on May 3rd.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Very good. Anything further this morning?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Have a good day.
You too.
Thank you. Okay, the Orca status conference calendar. Let's see, these have all been transferred from a division judge. These cases will remain with the Orca calendar through plea, bench trial, or jury trial. And if you are a defendant on with us this morning, again, good morning. I'm Judge Eric Morrow, and we'll be presiding over court this morning. Let me first say that you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have a right to have an attorney present at these proceedings. We do have public defenders that are with us this morning. If you wish to seek to qualify for a public defender and have not done so in the past, I'm happy to give you that opportunity this morning. If you have a private attorney, I'll speak with that attorney about your case. If you are proceeding pro se and would like to speak with a solicitor, we have solicitors on the line this morning that you can speak with. Let me just remind everyone that's on Zoom that you are to conduct yourselves as though you're actually in court with me, which means please don't be moving around. If you're driving, please pull over And if you're at work, please find a quiet place to address the court. If there are individuals who need a public defender this morning, I'll give them the opportunity to let you know how to go about applying if and when one is requested. Position number 1, Jeffrey Bruno. Is Mr. Bruno with us?
Good morning, Your Honor. This case is going to be null prost.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Githia. Position number 2, Kanisha Clark.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yes, good morning, Ms. Clark. Are you able to activate your camera for me?
Yes, I'm trying to.
Okay. Do you have a private attorney, Ms. Clark?
No.
Would you like to seek the assistance of a public defender today?
I can.
Okay. So let me do this. If you will continue to try to activate your camera for the court, and if you will put your information in the chat. Ms. Helen, are you on with me?
Good morning, Judge. I was just about to send that message and then I can give the announcement if you'd like.
Okay, thank you. If you'll, Ms. Clark, you're going to get through the chat how to get in touch with the public defenders. If you will also, Ms. Clark, go ahead on and put your information, your phone number, and your email into the chat so that we have that. And Ms. Helen, are you ready for me?
Good morning, Judge. If anyone is seeking the services of the Public Defender's Office this morning, I've just sent a message in the chat. You need to include your cell phone number, your email address, so that you can contact one of the public defenders for an application. Once you get the application, fill it out completely. We will call you back on that cell phone number to see if you qualify and what the next steps are.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Helen. Position 3 has been null prost, and I've signed that already. Teresa Dewhurst. Is Ms. Dewhurst on with us? Position 4, Tariq Atum Riel. Do we know if he's been on the calendar before, Ms. Githia?
I do not believe he's been on the Orca calendar before, Your Honor. Let me just double check.
They've only been for judgment. It was previously on a jury trial calendar for May 3rd, March 24th, 2022.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, so I'm going to give him one additional opportunity. I will place that on a show cause calendar for May 3rd. Position 5, Jose Garcia. Is Mr. Garcia with us?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Garcia. Let's see, do you have private counsel representing you?
Not that I remember of, but I was about to send an email for a
Okay.
request.
You like to apply for the public defender?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so why don't we go ahead, I'll give you that opportunity and we'll have somebody get in touch with you, okay?
Okay, thank you so much. Am I okay
Yes.
to?
So just stay on with us
Okay.
and someone will be contacting you at the end of the calendar, okay? So let me get through the call of the calendar and then the public defenders will have the opportunity to reach out to you, okay?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Position number 6, I've signed a null cross in that case also, Shane Goodman. Mr. Goodman with us. Position 7, Sikandi Laundry.
Judge, that will be my case. Mr. Landry is in the Fulton County Jail, booking number 2304494. So that's why he's not here.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Corn.
Good morning, Judge. How are you?
Doing fine, thank you. When would you like to reset him until?
Well, I don't know that he's getting out of, he's in jail on pair of misdemeanor theft charges. So I'm not sure where those cases are gonna go. If they're gonna go to a division, stay in Orca. I don't have any idea. Probably they should run together.
Right.
I think that would make the most sense, but far be it for me to make sense.
Do we have any status calendars for June or July? Yeah. I'm gonna put you out a little bit, Mr. Corn, to see if we can round up those cases and maybe handle them all at the same time if possible.
And he may bond out on those cases. He's been in about 14 days.
Okay.
He's got bonds, I believe. Double check that.
I don't know if May will be too soon. Do you think May would be too soon?
Probably.
Okay, so why don't we try to set it for June or July to see what calendars we have at that time. We'll come back to Mr. Landry, and I'll give you a date for the reset. Position 8, Victoria Lawrence.
Your Honor, I'm showing an odyssey that was null prost on March 24th, 2023.
Okay. Position 9, Markina McFashion. Ms. McFashion with us.
I'm gonna double check to see has she ever had any failures.
Where's McFascist? And she's also position 10. Thank you.
I saw that she did fail to appear on April 25th, 2018.
Okay.
In the first case, state requests a bench warrant.
Bench warrant will be granted if she doesn't appear by the end of the calendar. What about for position 10? Oh, is this a different one? Well, no, that's Markina McFashion. This is, I don't know if it's the same or a different person, Martina McFashion.
They are both showing the same date of birth.
Okay. It's probably just a
It could be.
They're really close.
misspelling or typo. Has she failed to appear on the DUI? Do you know?
I am not seeing any records of her failing to appear.
Okay, so I'll give her an opportunity to appear on that charge before this court. Show cause calendar for May 3rd. Why don't we just, why don't we just do a May 3rd show cause calendar for both 9 and 10?
Okay, yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And for position 7, Mr. Corn, Mr. Landry, the reset date is going to be June 7 at 1:30.
6/7/130. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Position 11, Lavonda Moore. Ms. Moore, I see you there, Ms. Moore. Good morning, Ms. Moore. How are you today?
I'm fine.
Let's see, do you have private counsel representing you in this matter?
No, sir.
Would you like to apply for the public defender today?
No, sir. I wanted to go to trial and represent myself because of the charges.
Okay, you do understand that you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present at these proceedings. Let me advise you, Ms. Moore, that case 19 CR 008932G, you've been charged with with cruelty to animals, two counts of cruelty to animals, tethering, unsafe conditions, no county license tag, 2 counts of that, 2 additional counts of cruelty to cruelty to animals. Each of these charges carries with it a maximum penalty of 12 months in jail and or $1,000 fine. So it's up to you, Ms. Moore. You do have the the right to represent yourself. We do have public defenders here today that can represent you quite often. People, and I'll give you the opportunity to go to a bench trial or a jury trial and represent yourself. But if you could be represented by counsel, that would probably be more advantageous for you. I'm happy to give you that opportunity this morning to seek the assistance of a public defender if you choose to. I cannot make you do that, but if you choose to, they are available if you qualify to represent you. Given all that, what would you like for me to do, Ms. Moore?
And before she answers, Your Honor, I am showing that an Amber Bunch was representing her, and I'm not seeing any withdrawal of.
It is a withdrawal with Amber Bunch. She already sent the paperwork to Miss Bolton. It was back in January or February. And also, Judge, I would like to continue to represent myself because that dog did not belong to me. It was my roommate dog. And my roommate died. And when they try to get the charges sent over to the roommate, it's too late when he's deceased. And like, I can't sit here and take charges that didn't belong to me.
Okay, I understand that, Ms. Moore. I just want to make sure that you understand what all of your options are so that you can.
Yes, I understand.
Ms. Githia, would you put the offer on the record, please?
Yes, Your Honor. Let me just pull it up in a second. For count one, is going to be 12 months probated, complete a BARC animal cruelty online course, and 800, well, let me say that this is a very lengthy sentence. An $800 fine or 80 hours of community service, and the defendant may not own any animals or have any animals in or about her household for 1 year. Count two is 12 months probated, consecutive with count one. Defendant may not own any animals or have any animals in or about her household for 1 year, consecutive to count one. So it's going to be a total of no animals for 2 years. Count three, 6 months probated to run concurrent with counts 1 and 2. Count four, 6 months probated to run concurrent with counts 1 and 2. Count five merges with count one. Count six would be null pros. Count seven merges into count one. Count 8 would be null pros. Counts 9 and 10 would be null pros. And also the defendant must have an actual computer with a camera when completing the BARC online courses.
Okay. Ms. Moore, given that, would you like to have a bench trial before me, or would you like to have a jury trial? That will also be before me, but it will be with a jury.
I can do a jury trial.
You would like a jury trial?
Yes.
Okay, so we will set you down for a jury trial, Ms. Moore. I think the first available dates will be sometime in May or June. You'll get notice of that. As you know, or as you should know, the state has the burden of proving the case against you. You have a right to remain silent. You have the right not to testify. You can testify if you would like to. If you have any witnesses or if you have any evidence, you need to start getting that together so that you can present that if you choose to. You don't have to choose. You don't have to present any evidence if you want to, because it's the state's burden to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that you're guilty of the charges that you've been charged with. Okay.
Okay.
All right. You have any questions for me?
No, sir.
Okay, and I'm being told that we don't have the withdrawal of counsel in the Odyssey, so I don't know if Ms. Brunch actually withdrew. We'll try to contact her to see if she's going to withdraw. So let's make a note of that.
Okay, because they have to speak with Ms. Bolton, Judge. I forgot his name, but Ms. Bolton is the secretary of the Judge McIntyre, and she is aware of her withdrawing from it.
Okay, so we'll try to round that up. Thank you, Ms. Moore.
Okay, thank you.
Anything further this morning?
No, sir, that's everything.
Okay, you have a good day. You'll get notice, okay?
Okay,
Thank you.
well,
Something like 10 would go.
Position number 12, Brian Parker. Represented by David Walker.
Your Honor, I'm showing that David Walker did withdraw as counsel on March 31st, 2023.
I think the gentleman in the car is trying to speak. That might be Mr. Brian Parker.
Oh, okay, is this you, Mr. Parker, with the beard? Okay, you're on mute, so we can't hear you. So there should be a button that says unmute on your phone.
There it is. I found it.
All right, good morning, Mr. Parker.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
Let's see, given that Mr. Walker, have you hired additional counsel in the matter?
No, I have not, sir.
Okay.
I can't, I mean, they're not gonna give me a public defender and I can't afford one. I mean, I raised 2 kids by myself. Mr. Walker was hired by my previous employer. And then when I got a new job, of course, he's not my attorney anymore. I would like to try to settle the matter when we went to court the first time. It was a $250 ticket, but Mr. Walker did not want to do that. He wanted to drag all this out and keep doing all this and keep doing all that. And now we are here years later in the same position. So I would like a chance to talk to somebody.
Okay, all right, Ms. Githia, what is the offer on the disorderly conduct charge?
Your Honor, this is offering diversion. It'll be a civics academy, race and cultural sensitivity class that he would have to attend.
So what they're saying, Mr. Parker, is that if you attend this diversion class, then they're going to dismiss or null process this charge.
Okay, that's fine. I can do whatever you need me to do.
Okay, so let's see, Ms. Githia, can we get Mr. Parker the paperwork that he needs to participate? You're on mute, Ms. Githia.
Sorry, if he could place his email and phone number in the chat, I can send him the form that would need to be completed. And I need to also let him know that there is a $250 administrative fee plus any cost for the diversion class.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay, so go ahead and place your email and your phone number into the chat, Mr. Parker. And once Ms. Githia gets you the paperwork, let me know and then I'll dismiss you, okay?
Okay, all right, I'll try to figure that out.
Okay. All right,
Okay.
Go ahead and try to figure that out. If you can't figure it out, just raise your hand and let me know and we'll see if we can try to assist you, okay?
Okay, sir.
All right, we'll be back to you, Mr. Parker. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Position 13, Ricky Perry.
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Yes, Mr. Perry. Let's see. Can you activate your camera for me?
I try. No, I can't disable it.
Okay.
Oh, okay, I got it. Let's see. Yep.
All right, there you go. Good morning, Mr. Perry. Let's see. Do you have private counsel representing you on this matter?
No, sir.
Would you like to speak with the public defender today to see if you qualify for their services?
Yes. I had a question. I was trying to see. I mean, my charge is like 4 or 5 years old. So I was trying to see. Could you tell me exactly what I'm charged with? I just want to make sure.
Okay, you're fine. You're charged in case 19 CR 010064G with disorderly conduct and obstruction of a law enforcement officer. And you are correct. They did occur a while back on June 20th, 2019.
Okay. Can I get a dismissal? Can I speak to somebody about a dismissal?
Ms. Githia, are you willing to dismiss the case?
The state is not going to be dismissing the case, Your Honor.
Okay, I didn't think so, but so Mr. Perry, they're not going to dismiss it. Would you like to hear what the offer is in the case? Or would
It's
you,
fine. If it's not, I'm not trying to do nothing, but I'm saying, if she's talking to the version and all that other stuff, I just want to talk to a public defender because this case should be
Okay.
thrown out because the officer no longer works.
Oh, Mr. Perry, do us a favor. If you would like to speak to the public defender's office for an application, go ahead and put your email and your cell phone number into the chat. Do not make any incriminating statements for us, okay?
Yeah, they ain't incriminating. Case should be dismissed because they have no evidence. But
okay,
it's okay.
hold on, Mr. Perry. Miss Helen's just trying to act in your best interest. So go ahead and put your information in the chat for us, okay? Okay?
Okay. Yes,
All
sir.
right. Yes, we'll be back with you. Thank you, Mr. Perry. Position 14, Kimmy Spriggs. Is Ms. Spriggs with us? Or Mr. K-E-M-I?
Your Honor, on or about December 29, 2021, an order for dismissal was submitted to Judge Mather, but there's not showing any record that it was signed. Ms. Spriggs did successfully complete diversion, but the order there's no record of the order. Did you want me to submit another one to you? Or
Yes, why don't you submit the order to me so we can just handle it here, okay?
Okay.
All right, so this is going to be null prost. Position 15, Dexter Williams.
Good morning, Your Honor. Catherine Edmonds here on behalf of Mr. Williams.
Good
He
morning,
should
Ms.
be
Edmonds.
present on the call. I think I saw him there earlier. He has accepted a diversion offer that was offered back when it was in a different courtroom. And he just has one more condition to complete before that case will be null prost. Or
Okay.
that's my understanding, at least.
And Ms. Githier, is that your understanding?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Do we need to put him back on a calendar or?
If we can have this set up like another month or two to give him time to complete diversion.
Okay, why don't we just put it on the May 3rd final plea calendar at 9 o'clock. If the paperwork, Ms. Githier receives the paperwork before that time and she submits a null prost, then you all don't have to come to that court date, okay?
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Okay, so May 3rd at 9 o'clock if the paperwork is not submitted by then. Okay, anything further this morning, Ms. Edmonds?
No, Your Honor, that concludes my business before the court. May we be excused?
Yes, you all have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you. You as well.
Thank you. Position 16, LaShawn Williams.
Good morning, Your Honor. That's my case, Lawrence Korn for Mr. Williams. He is online under the name Sean Will. I see him on the big screen
Okay.
left side. If you could turn your video on, Mr. Williams, that would be great. Judge, I think what I'd like to do is put this on for one more status calendar. I think we need to clear up some discovery issues and then we'll be ready to go. One way or the other.
Okay. So the May 3rd, 1:30 status calendar.
Is this going to be Ms. Githier or Ms. Riley?
It would be me.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, I hope you all can resolve it by that time. If you do, please have your paperwork ready if it's going to be a plea. If not, we'll place it on a bench or a jury trial.
That would be great. Thank you.
Okay. All right, if nothing further, Mr. Williams, you have a good day, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Williams. We'll talk soon.
Have a good day.
Section 17, Teron Williams. Yes, good morning, Mr. Williams. Let's see, do you have private counsel representing you in this matter?
No, sir.
Would you like to see if you qualify for the services of the public defender today?
Well, actually, I could probably retain my own lawyer. However, I want to see, this case has kind of been drawn out. I want to see if there was any way I could get it dismissed or.
Ms. Githier, does the state have any plans to dismiss the charges against Mr. Williams?
No, given the nature of the case, the nature of the offense, we will not be dismissing.
Okay, and what is the offer of the matter?
is 12 months to serve 2 days, credit for time served 2 days, a family violence intervention program, no contact with the victim, Keziah Harris, and 40 hours of community service. Balance probated.
And so that's the state's offer. So if you would like to seek the assistance of a public defender today, I'm happy to give you that opportunity. If you want me to reset it so that you can acquire private counsel, I'm happy to do that also. We have the public defenders here today, and if you qualify, then they would represent you.
So it was 12 months probation or 2 days served, is that correct?
No, they're giving you credit for time served. So the way that it's the way that they do that is they take 12 months probation, 12 months to serve 2 days, credit for the time served 2 days, the balance would be on probation. Okay, so you would be on probation so you could complete the family violence intervention program and do the 40 hours of community service. Once you complete that, then based on your history, I can either terminate the probation or it will go to a non-reporting status. So they're not asking for any additional jail time. It's just that you'd have to complete those conditions and have no further contact with the alleged victim.
I'll apply for the public defender. If I don't qualify, I'll try to retain my own.
Okay, I think that's a good choice. So we'll give you that opportunity. So we'll be back with you. Thank you, Mr. Williams. Position 18, Terrell Williams.
I believe a leave of absence was filed in this one, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, yes, I do have the leave of absence. So we will reset this for a status conference calendar on May 3rd at 1:30. Okay. Position 19, William Yates. William Yates.
I'm showing that he's represented by Thomas.
That makes sense. He's a DUI guy.
Okay. Let's see if we can raise Mr. Thomas this morning to see why Mr. Yates is not with us.
And Judge, I apologize for interrupting. I'm actually trying to make those calls to the individuals seeking the services of the Public Defender's Office. Mr. Perry is not answering. Anyone who's requested services, please have your phone unblocked or whatever so that we can directly contact you guys to see if you qualify. You will not be able to remain on the Zoom call and do a phone call. So we know that you're here present in court, but you won't remain on the Zoom call. It'll boot you out. Thank you so much.
Okay, is there anyone who joined the call late or that did not hear their name? Mr. Parker, were you able to put your information in the chat?
Yes, sir.
I did receive it. I'm just giving me a few minutes to fill out the form and send it to him.
Okay, so as soon as you receive that form, Mr. Parker, you let me know and I'll dismiss you, okay?
Okay, sir.
All right, thank you. Okay, so for the rest of you, please wait on the calls from the public defenders, and when there are announcements, please let the court know. Otherwise, we'll be in recess until there's an announcement.
Mr. Ricky Perry, if you can hear me, please try to answer your phone call if you're still present on the Zoom. Mr. Ricky Perry.
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Answer your phone for the 678-910-6882 phone number, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Have you got the paperwork, Mr. Parker? My grandpa. Hello? Oh. Yeah, it's fine.
Your Honor.
Yes.
So I got in the email for the application for the public defender, and I downloaded it and I clicked the little pencil. Supposedly that's what you're supposed to fill it in with. And for some reason, it's just giving me the option to like literally doodle on it, and I'm not able to like fill it out print wise. So I sent her an email again asking if there's any way you guys can mail it to me, and I'll mail it. You know, as soon as I get it, I'll mail it back. I don't know what you recommend or what.
Well, let me just allow you to talk to Ms. Helen this morning, and we'll proceed that with Mr. Garcia. So, Ms. Helen.
Yeah, Judge, I'm here. Mr. Garcia, Ms. Clark, can you guys wait for me to give you a call? I'm currently on the phone with another client who's looking for our services, guys.
Okay, so she's gonna help you out, Mr. Garcia. So just give her a moment to get to you, okay?
Okay, so I just wait on here till I hear my name being called?
Yes, please.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Well, Mr. Parker, did you receive the paperwork?
Yes, sir, I did.
Okay, so I'm gonna reset your case for a status calendar on May 3rd at 1:30. If you can get that completed by that time and get the paperwork to get the AF, then it won't be necessary for you to appear to that calendar if they not process prior to that date. Okay?
Okay, sir.
You have any questions for me?
No, sir, I'll get it took care of.
All right, very good. I'm glad that you were able to deal with that this morning. You have a good day, sir.
All right, you too, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
They don't have a red. Once you have a red, it's enough. Robinson, they have all smoke. We got them, but you can't have them.
You want to meet Mr. Parker, please? He's free to go. Thank you.
Williams. Ms. Githia and I have agreed to reset that. We're trying to work that out.
And, Mr.
Final
Mark,
place, okay.
qualified for your services?
Yes, Your Honor.
And when would you like to reset that until?
That May 5th or 3rd, whatever was 3rd or 5th is fine.
Is that gonna be a final plea calendar?
Yes.
Okay, so May 5th. May 3rd at 9 AM final plea. Okay,
All right, thank you, Your Honor. I've got to go answer another calendar.
have a good day. Good to see you as always. Mr. Williams, you're free to go too. We'll see you back on May 3rd.
Okay, have a good day.
You do the same.
Good luck.
Traffic,
There's no traffic.
not at 9 o'clock. I don't know if they've got traffic this afternoon or not. You would call and find out.
I understand, guy, he was just trying to, he said they have for J1 building. I just told him.
Yes, I'm not sure. Unfortunately, I don't know all that stuff.
Just for this court thing.
Yeah.
Taking.
Hey, Judge, I hope I'm not interrupting. I just have a few announcements.
Out of here.
Yes.
I did try to reach out to Brian L. Parker, but I got no response, so I just moved on to the next three people who did answer, Judge. Mr. Perry does qualify for our services. Your Honor, he is not accepting any plea offer today. I'd actually like this case to be set for a motions calendar. We need to review video of Mr. Perry. I don't know if he came back on, Judge, I'm sorry. Mr. Perry, can you come back onto the Zoom call? Okay. No, Mr. Ricky Perry, can you turn your video on?
Yeah, I'm here.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
it's hard to work it, but yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr. Perry. Judge, he does qualify. I will be entering in my appearance. Mr. Perry will not be accepting any offers of guilt from the state. We are headed towards a jury trial, I believe. And so in doing so, we'd like to be set on a motions calendar. I'd like to enter my appearance, request those videos on behalf of Mr. Perry, and then particularize those motions for that motions calendar. Because Mr. Perry would like several motions filed. Isn't that correct, Mr. Perry?
That's correct.
Okay, that motion's calendar, Ms. Helen, is going to be on August 16th at 9 a.m.
Mr. Perry, did you get that date?
August 16th, 9 a.m. Is that correct?
That's correct. And we did review his address. It is up to date, so Mr. Perry should receive all notices.
Okay, is this for a motion calendar? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you guys, but is this for a motion calendar or because you were saying May 3rd, June 3rd before, so I just want to make sure.
Right, this is our motions calendar, Mr. Perry, and the first one.
Okay, just want to make sure because I know you had everybody moving in at May 3rd, June 3rd area, so I just want to make sure I'm correct.
Right, you are. Okay, so if nothing further this morning, Mr. Perry, you have a good day. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you for your time, Your Honor. Thank you, Ms. Helen. We'll talk soon.
Thank you, Mr. Perry.
All right, thank you. Y'all have a good day.
My next announcement is Ms. Clark. She was just waiting for so long. She does qualify, Judge. What we'd like to do is actually pre-try this a little bit just with Ms. Githia if it's easier through chat. But we just like to announce a pre-trial, but she does qualify, Judge.
Okay, you want to speak with Ms. Githia in a breakout room this morning?
Sure, Judge, if that would be quickest.
So why don't we do that? Do you have another announcement for me?
Yes, my final announcement, I spoke to Mr. Jose Garcia. He does not qualify for the services of defender's office. However, he would like to directly speak with the solicitor today to see if there is a resolution to this case.
Okay, let me go, and who is your final person that you did not speak with?
Mr. Parker, I tried to call, but there was no answer.
Mr. Parker was the one who accepted the diversion.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Okay. All right, so let's first go ahead and put Miss Helen and Miss Cynthia into a breakout room. And then I'll come back to Mr. Garcia.
All right, Your Honor, I think Ms. Githier is still in the breakout room. She's just entering in some information. I do have an announcement for Ms. Clark's case, position 2 on the status conference calendar.
Okay.
Judge, we will be accepting the state's offer. I don't know if Ms. Clark was able to come back on the Zoom call. I apologize. We were able to accept the state's offer of diversion for Ms. Clark. I just want the opportunity to have Ms. Clark come back on so she can hear the details. Maybe I need to call her. I apologize.
Okay, what about Ms. Clark?
Oh, there she is. Okay, great. Ms. Clark, I just wanted to make sure you were on the Zoom call so you can hear the announcement. We have accepted diversion in Ms. Clark's case. There is one update, Ms. Clark, that amount, that $375, that fee is due within 30 days. I've just made confirmation with the prosecutor that's out of our control, but it does have to be paid in 30 days, Judge. But we'd like this reset for a compliance calendar, just to make sure that the terms of the diversion have been completed.
How long will it take her to complete the diversion program?
Ms. Clark, can you unmute yourself?
Yes.
How long do you need for the 4-hour completion of that class? And we've already covered that the fee has to be paid in 30 days, but.
Okay, if it's 4 hours, I do that in one day, right?
I think so too, Ms. Clark. So Judge, maybe just the 1 month out for a compliance calendar.
So why don't we put it on the May 3rd status calendar at 1:30? And if she completes it by that time and gets the paperwork in, then you won't have to appear for that calendar in case we know cross, okay?
Understood, Judge. And Ms. Githier, if there's any additional paperwork other than the completion of that 4-hour course and the payment shown, just let me know and I'll send that to you. Oh, sorry, you're muted.
And just to clarify, the $250 is the administrative fee that is due in 30 days, and then the other fee is for the course. So just for clarification.
Understood.
Anything further from Ms. Clark this morning? If not, free to go, Ms. Clark. Thank you. I'm glad you were able to work it out.
Thank you so much. Thank you for waiting, Ms. Clark.
Okay, thank you.
See, I think our last one is Mr. Garcia, and I don't know if he's still on the line or not.
Let me call him and ask him to come back to the.
I am, Your Honor.
Okay, good. So it's my understanding you don't qualify for the public defender, and you'd like to speak with the solicitor regarding the offer this morning. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so why don't we just go ahead, let's get the Mr. Garcia's position number 5. What is the offer in this case?
It is 12 months to serve 1 day, credit for time served 1 day, a theft prevention class, and 40 hours of community service.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Sure, 12 months to serve 1 day, credit for time served 1 day. The balance is probated, a theft prevention class, and 40 hours of community service.
So what you're saying is there's no jail time because I served 1 day and you're offering 1 day?
There's no additional jail time.
Yeah, no jail time. So I need how many hours of community service?
40.
40, and what else?
A theft prevention class.
Okay, and are you able to send me that information through my email?
Did you have a pen or paper so you can write that down?
Do I?
Do you have pencil or paper?
Yes,
to write
I
that?
do.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry. What is it called? Theft prevention?
A theft prevention class.
And I just find a place where they offer that, right?
A nonprofit.
Nonprofit theft prevention class?
I'm sorry. I was thinking about the community service. My apologies.
Oh,
The
okay.
class, I apologize.
Okay, nonprofit, for the community hours, which is 40, right?
Correct,
Okay, and then a theft prevention class?
correct.
Okay, and when does this have to be done by?
You're on probation, until the duration of, well, you're on probation for the 12 months, so it needs to be completed.
Okay, so what would be my further step? I mean, I can definitely look the theft prevention class up, and I can get right to it. And community hours, I can definitely also, get on it real quick.
If I would do this, Ms. Gutierrez, and Mr. Garcia, if I reset you for a final plea calendar, and if you, because we're gonna have to do the plea paperwork on the case. So if you go, if I reset you for May 3rd for a final plea calendar, you could go ahead and get that community service done and the theft class done. When you come in, if you show the paperwork that you've got it done, then I don't think that there will be a need to be on probation. Is that a good, can we do that, Ms. Gutierrez?
That's fine, Your Honor.
So I get it done by the next calendar date, and I can just send you guys over all the paperwork.
Well, you'd have to come in, and we'd have to go through a plea. But since you will have completed all the conditions, then you won't have to be on probation. You'll just be done at that point in time.
So you're telling me, if I get this done by next calendar date, I'd have to actually show up in person?
Well, we have to do the plea paperwork, and it's easier for us to get the plea paperwork done if you're here in person. That way you could turn in your community service that you've done. You could show us that you've done the theft prevention, and then you'd be done with it all.
Okay. All right. So what is the date of that?
That would be a final plea calendar on May 3rd. If that's what you choose.
May 3rd.
Right, at 9 a.m.
So what do you, Your Honor, what do you mean by if I choose? So what is the other option?
You also have the option of, if you don't want to accept this, you could hire an attorney to represent you. You could plead not guilty and have a bench trial or a jury trial. So this is just the offer that the state is giving you to resolve them.
So is this offer made by the solicitor?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Is there any way I can talk to her? As far as me and her?
I'm happy to give you an opportunity, Mr. Garcia, but I also want you to know that you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. I don't want you to say anything that's against you or interest to the solicitor, who is the one who's prosecuting. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay. So May 3rd is my next court date.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
And
okay,
Mr. Garcia, I will be sending the plea documents to you. Make sure those are completed prior to the court date, the next court date.
Okay, ma'am. I appreciate it. I appreciate you, Judge, too.
All right. You have any other questions for me?
That's it. Thank you.
Okay. Have a good day. We'll see you in person on May 3rd.
All right.
Okay. Would you all please make a note, because I'm not going to be here on May 3rd. You have the judges, so that's what my offer.
Already.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. I think that completes this morning's 9 o'clock calendar. When Ms. Redding is ready, if everyone else is, we can go to calendar.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Do the Orca A final plea calendar, since there's only one. And that is Cruz, that has been reset for the May 3rd, 1:30 status calendar. And now the Orca status calendar, position number 1 has been null pros. Position number 2, reset May 3rd status calendar at 1:30. Position 3, null pros. Position 4, reset show calls calendar, May 3rd at 9 a.m. Position 5, reset final plea calendar, May 3rd at 9. Position 6 has been null pros. Position 7, the defendant is currently in the Fulton County Jail. That's the reason we've reset the case for the status calendar on June 7th at 1:30. Position 8, that case has been null pros. Position 9, reset show cause calendar, May 3rd at 9. Position 10, reset show cause calendar, May 3rd at 9. Position 11, request jury trial. Position 12, reset May 3rd at 1:30 for the status calendar. Position 13, reset for the motions calendar, August 16th at 9. Position 14, null pros. Position 15, reset May 3rd for the status calendar at 1:30. Position 16, reset May 3rd for the status calendar at 1:30. Position 17, reset May 3rd at 9 for the final plea calendar. Position 18, reset May 3rd at 1:30 for the status calendar. Position 19, reset show cause calendar, May 3rd at 9.
Okay, any questions or concerns about this morning's calendar?
No, Your Honor.
No, Judge.
Since I have you all here, as you all know, we have a jury trial calendar next Tuesday that I'll be presiding over. Ms. Riley, I see that we have a number, and Ms. Scipio, a number of lane drags and reckless driving cases. Are you all going to be handling those cases, or will they be handled by another solicitor from your office? Do you know?
They will be handled by other solicitors in our office, Your Honor.
Okay.
And Judge, I didn't want to cut anyone off, but I've already been contacted by ASG Waldrop at least for several of the jury trials that are scheduled on Tuesday. So that's who I have who will be proceeding forward.
Okay, very good. I just wanted to make sure. So if you all can go ahead this week and handle, if you have any null process that you plan on filing, please just let the court know in advance, and let counsel know in advance, so that they're not working cases up that are going to be null process. So we want to be able to move that calendar as quickly as possible, and if we're going to have a jury trial on any of those cases, that we're set and ready to go.
Yes, Your Honor. And is it your understanding that we will have jurors available Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of next week?
Yes, that's my understanding.
Okay, thank you.
I'm set for those calendars all from Tuesday through Friday. So it's my understanding that we will have jurors available.
Okay.
Understood, Judge.
All right, so very good. If nothing further, I will see y'all next week. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Judge.
Y'all have a good week.
You too.
Thank you.
Are you not here tomorrow?
No.